Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me today. Today I will be discussing the three major nutrients in food: carbohydrates, protein, and fat. But before I get started, I wanted to take 1 minute to introduce myself since this is the first video that I have done. My name is Christina Mickey, and I am a dietetic intern at VCU Health System. I am going to be creating and presenting videos on nutrition-related topics over the course of the next couple of months in hopes that you all will learn some basic nutrition knowledge as well as develop strategies to maintain a well-balanced diet while staying on a budget. On today's topic, there are three major nutrients that you will find in food. There are carbohydrates, protein, and fat. So, carbohydrates, or carbs for short, are the body's main fuel source, and they keep your body and, more importantly, your brain running the way it is supposed to. There are two types of carbohydrates. There are complex and simple carbs, which I'm going to touch on more in a future video. The second major nutrient is protein. So protein is important to build, maintain, and replace the tissues in your body. Your muscles, your organs, and your immune system are all made up of protein, so it's very important. Third major nutrient is fat, which fuels the body and helps absorb certain vitamins. They are also building blocks of hormones, and they maintain your nervous system tissue in the body. There are three types of fat, including unsaturated, saturated, and trans fat, which again, I'm going to talk about in a later video when I talk about healthy eating patterns. So to give you some examples of carbohydrate foods, those include bread, pasta, rice, potatoes, and remember that all forms of potatoes count as a carbohydrate food. So that includes your French fries, your potato chips, mashed potatoes, roasted potatoes, all forms. Carbohydrate foods are also certain snack foods such as cake, cookies, soda, crackers and chips, and fruit. To give you some examples of protein foods, those include your meat and poultry, which includes chicken, turkey, beef, and pork. Also includes some seafood such as fish, crab, shrimp, scallops, oysters, things like that. Third is dairy products, which includes cheese, milk, yogurt. Another protein food are your soy products, which includes foods such as tofu and tempeh. Other foods that are high in protein include eggs, nuts, seeds, and beans. So foods that have good sources of fat include your oils, which are things like vegetable oil, olive oil, and canola oil. In addition, butter, margarine, lard, shortening, cream, avocados, and olives are all good sources of fat. Additionally, condiments, which are items added to food to give them more flavor, and these typically come in the form of sauces and dressings, they can also be good sources of fat. So examples of condiments include mayonnaise, sour cream, salad dressings, and cream cheese. And I wanted to mention that it is a common belief that fat in foods will make you fat, but I wanted to clear the air that that is in fact not true. Fat is necessary in your diet, and you definitely need it in order to maintain a healthy diet. In conclusion, it's important to remember that most foods will have some sort of combination of carbohydrates, protein, and fat. It won't just be 100% carbohydrates, or it won't be 100% protein. It will always be sort of a mix. So for example, peanuts and peanut butter, they contain both protein and fat, and whole milk contains carbs, protein, and fat, and then beans contain carbs and protein. However, what makes these foods called a protein versus a carbohydrate versus a fat is the amount of each of these nutrients in the food. So a food that has mostly carbohydrates will be considered a carbohydrate. Similarly, a food that is mostly made up of protein will be considered a protein. But regardless of what a food item is made up of, carbohydrates, protein, and fat are all very important and should all be included in order to maintain a healthy diet. So thank you so much for watching this video, and keep a lookout for other nutrition videos in the future. Thanks!